Chandlerlin. See? Up there at the top.
There we go.
That's how you pronounce it, right?
Yeah.
Alright. We are playing Divinity Original Sin for the second time. We tried this a little bit for, I don't know, probably about 4 hours maybe?
Probably.
We put into it. And, you know, I just think that we have a little bit more knowledge now in order to do things right. Like, for example, how to put skills and get talents off the bat as opposed to just going with whatever they give you.
And solve the first mystery.
Well, I think that takes some time though. You know? Yeah. So anyway, we're creating characters right now. So yeah. I'm basically going to create a very similar looking character to what I created before.
What can I cook up?
Perhaps I can detonate that explosive from a distance.
What could that have done?
Well, I don't know. Her hair won't be blue. Last time her was blue.
Careful! Hold. Our enemies have laid a trap.
Unfortunately, we haven't found a way to zoom in to see what the different faces actually look like. There may be a possibility, or with it being two-player, maybe you just have to hope that the face looks like
Yeah, it is weird. Normally you can use like left to right trigger in order to zoom in, but apparently that is not the case.
You don't spend a lot of time looking at your character's face, though, so really it's not that important.
But you also don't spend a lot of time looking at your character's underwear, but apparently you can pick it.
Well, you know what, Dan? Your underwear substitute.
So what kind of costume you plan on going with?
You know, we picked up all of those fancy arrows.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm gonna go with the fancy arrows.
Are you gonna be like a ranger then?
I think I am.
So
If the ranger can do magic.
I think anybody can use magic scrolls. I just think that, like the scrolls that we had, you know, I just don't think that you'll have specific abilities like, I played a battle mage the first time we played, and I had like, you know, a couple specific abilities, so I don't think that that's the case. Like your shadow blade before had like the slippery jump that you can use over and over again, or like vampire touch, and you won't have stuff like that maybe, but you'll have other skills that you can do. Or maybe you can pick, who knows.
We are very, very new
You
at
can be
this.
a crossbow player, a wayfarer, survivalist, a practitioner of magic. Wayfarer is hard to hit and hard to evade.
Maybe.
Yes, we are very new at this, that's true.
And your portrait will probably look nothing like your person, and that's okay.
Yeah, let's
You make her as pale as I am. For anyone who's curious, I'm not that pale. Or that pale. Or blue. Ooh, I'm gonna make her blue.
There you go. I don't usually play them, and we can get, so you can get other characters right away, and one of the characters that we can pick up is basically like a knight character, like a tank, so we can have that in our class already. So I'm sort of leaning toward a wizard.
Maybe I won't be a ranger.
No?
No, not magic.
Yeah, but so what you do now is go up, like go to the ranger, right? Well, you could do wayfarer, but those are crossbows, so I don't know if you use arrows or bolts. Like I would. I don't know if there's a difference. What I was gonna say is go up, and then click on that. Like just click on that, and then you can use left and right buttons to reset or set different abilities. So you'll start like this wizard character looks like starts with 5 strength and 5 dex, but I can subtract points from intelligence, constitution, speed, and perception, and then add them back wherever I want. Same thing with like abilities. So you might be able to go to like skills and find like magic skills over here that you can use like if you go over one to the right. So you have so you need to have man at arms for some of these. There you go. So like these I have required novice novice. That's what I have.
Or I could be a magic user and just use a button.
Then you can do that. Although if you're going to be a magic user, I'm not going to be a magic user, like specifically.
No.
No, it's okay. I don't mind. And I could even do battle moves again. I was thinking about a wizard.
We can't play.
Well, it might be a little difficult at the beginning if you can't run to take a hit.
Because we can have a couple of wands too.
Be a one person.
And you can do, it looks like two-handed wands. Whereas with
Total.
staff, you can do one staff.
Totes be a one person. I think you should. You do an inquisitor? Can't decide between a battle mage again and a cleric. And of course, this is just the beginning because you can sort of spec in whatever you want to be.
Yeah, how do
That's
we
the
do
game.
the thing that you were talking about with the animal speech?
Oh, so you go to this thing, like your starting skills, and you click on one of them, just open that back up, right? And then you have these talents. And if you notice when you're on the talents that have something you know, you can remove those by pressing square, and that'll give you an available talent. And then you can go down and do,
Because that's weird.
like, Pet Pal.
I don't. Oh, you want that now?
No, it doesn't matter. If one of us has it, then the other one is fine. So,
How do we get
yeah.
No, not what I meant to. I don't even know what I just said. I may have done that.
It's because I wasn't paying attention to your side.
Now, these abilities, no, I'm on talents. These talents that we have that we can choose to,
Uh huh.
are we able to add some later? Or
Yes.
these are
When
the
we get to
two
like
that-
level 3, we'll get another talent that we can put into it. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
Because later I want to add the pack mule talent because it doubles the amount of weight you can carry.
Sure.
And that just seems smart.
So one thing you might consider is the know-it-all ability. If you're going to be a magic user, because you're a magic user, right? If you notice, it decreases everyone's attitude toward you by 20, but it gives you an extra point of intelligence, which magic users use intelligence far more than anything else. So it determines your magic damage. So having a free extra point in that might be really helpful. I think you just let me do all the talking.
Because we both know I'm so good at staying with your character at all times. I never wander off on my own.
Well, I'm just saying, it's a good idea to have. Are you going to use arrows?
I'm an independent inquisitor. I like to be able to build inquisitive.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
But you're not going to use arrows, you're going to use magic, right?
indeed. I'm gonna use wands. Which is why I'm thinking this far out man is probably a good call. It increases the range of spells and scrolls by 2 meters.
Yeah.
So if you're new to Divinity and you haven't played it yet, the combat style is such that you have to use AP points. Is that what they're called?
Yes.
AP points in order to get close enough to the people that you're fighting to attack them. If you are too far out, you can't attack them. So having the ability to have your spells and your skills or just your attack reach further means that you can use fewer AP points moving and more AP points attacking, which seems like a good call. However, if you would like Daniel to do Pet Pal,
No, I think
I
you
can do
should.
it differently.
I think it would make a lot of sense for you to talk to animals.
I do like animals.
I'm looking at all these things to see if I find something I want. This one might not be so helpful.
Okay. I'm going this. I don't know how to get out of this.
Well, you're fine right now, so you just got to go down. Or up. Yeah. So you're good then. You're ready to go?
I am.
Well, then you're gonna have to wait.
Okay.
because I'm not. Oh, stench is funny.
That's what it tried to give me.
You see what it does? It decreases everyone's attitude toward you, but melee opponents will find you less attractive in combat.
Gross. Gross.
I think I had mana arms with this.
Why would they ever start using stench? I feel like Divinity doesn't like you that much when it tries to start you with that stench. Unkind Divinity.
I like zombie, that's funny too. Zombie lets you heal from poison but causes damage from regular healing. So you can take poison instead.
That would be bad.
Yeah.
Then, wait, so if I tried to heal you, it would hurt you?
Yeah, well, if I tried to heal, it would hurt.
Well, that's nice.
If I had it, I think that's a good one to take. You do it in mana arms, right? Yep. And I just looked at all these ones trying to decide which one I really want. Yeah, my first is that. Buff me against people. And my skills, I have Divine Light. Swarm status increases target's willpower with fire. So I don't even know what that means. I don't know what warm means. What does warm mean? Nobody knows. Cure wounds I might consider.
Not bad.
Oh, so you already have a heal. So you put out turns. This Divine Light. I guess it could be good. It's just I don't know what it means. I don't know what any of that means.
Maybe it's time to start.
Well, I know, but what I'm saying is that I don't know what warm means.
Maybe if you get frozen, it doesn't affect you. In a bend situation, you get frozen before, but that's the only time.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I wonder if you can change these later. I'm gonna go with what they have for now. In terms of that, I was the one thing I wanted to do. I want to make sure my attributes are set. Strength, intelligence, constitution, speed. I do want high speed, definitely constitution. I don't know. I guess I'll do this speed of perception of 6 or 5. Yeah, alright, I'm ready to go. If you're ready to go, this is Kuzon, and that is Whisper, and we're going to take some booty. Oh, the wrong button. We have to hit options. So, I'm done with character creation.
In the days of old, the sorcerers of Riverlong cured the sick and healed the wounded through a great power called Source. But a terrible darkness invaded the land, and Source was forever tainted. The sorcerers who once healed now only destroy, and madness has overtaken them. A few brave Source hunters are all that stand between Riverlon and the dark power that threatens to destroy it. Wherever Source appears, hunters follow.
It's us. We're source hunters.
Rise and shine, Master Source Hunters. The cam wants you up on deck. Hear them calls? Means we're close to shore. I don't ever you go in there, Master Source Hunters. City's full of undead, hungry enough for blood. But you're supposed to investigate that murder, ain't you? They say it's Source that did the Counselor in. Source in a city like Sicil. Nowhere's safe anymore. Here they are, Captain Sir.
God's blessings on you, hunters. You'll be happy to hear we've reached Sicil. But there's trouble offshore, so we'll have to sail in carefully. Here, have a look. Those are orc ships, and they're blocking our passage. We'll get you as close to the city as we can, and drop you off in the beach. Be wary now. Orcs are on the attack. Undead have closed every route out, and there's a sorcerer on the loose. If we're to get justice for the Counselor, you'll have to keep your wits about you. May the luck of the gods be with you both, Source hunters.
We should make Legolas. So I think we should go ahead and do the first little training temple again, because you get the like items and stuff like that. Maybe not waste all of them.
What training?
The first dungeon that you can come to. You don't have to do it. You can't. It's the training temple or dungeon or whatever it's called. Alright, so we are back, ready to rock and what's the deal? Ready to rock and roll. We're on the beach. Let's set up. And it's all there. Yeah,
Yeah, you can pick up shells. Pick up shells.
If I didn't know there were orc ships raiding to the west, I'd mistake this for a placid beach.
At least the orcs make a bit of noise when they attack. It's dark-dealing sorcerers that'll strike with neither warning nor mercy.
Is that a corpse? What's it doing here alone?
What, did you expect it to have an entourage?
I have a holy hand grenade. 3 is the number that shall be counted.
And this is where we find a possibly crazy man who is convinced by some statues that he could fly, and therefore jumped off a cliff because he wanted to carefully test whether or not he could actually fly. He couldn't. The cliff was high enough, and he died.
I think that makes sense. I get that.
And this is where...
Can you believe this? The man jumped off a cliff at the behest of some statues, of all things.
Pure madness. How could someone be so utterly naive?
Rivellon is no stranger to the supernatural. He might well have flown into the sunset and looked down at us cynics laughing.
Yeah, but did he? No. See, can't give my actual answer.
He could have. And as you can see, the conversations that you have do have an effect on the traits that your character picks up. It gave Ian +1 to romantic, while it gave Dan +1 to pragmatic.
Alright.
Which now I'm trying to think if that's true to life. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but your role playing, so you're your character.
Yeah. There is a fair amount of space to this world for those of you who like to explore, who are explorers by nature. When you play your game, you should be satisfied with Divinity. And speaking of exploring, did we set our difficulty to explore mode?
Source hunters! How did they find us?
Take the stone to the temple. These whelps will be easy to crush.
As you say, Madam Conduit.
Arise, fair dead! Seize upon our enemies!
Yeah, we were just hanging out. We weren't doing anything. So my opinion is that you should definitely stay back as far as you need to.
Let's see what my range is. Do I have like no health?
Well, no, you don't have no health. You just aren't as. That's just a regular
Can I
attack.
just attack?
You can, but you're gonna have. I don't know if you'll run up to him or not. I've been having them use magic. I might do it in that.
Oh, no, also, if maybe I can pull it closer and get it close.
You try that. Yeah, looks like you might be able to. Take one of them. Yeah, you'll attack one of them. I don't know. Possible, I guess.
I'll find out together.
Reduced to ash!
Nope, just one of them.
But it did indeed reach that.
And now you don't have any more AP left. Oh, that's you have 2 AP left. You could not attack that guy.
Not today.
Well, you can't run up and attack that guy. You could move away if you want. I'll come up. You started that thing. I was a little further back. We did it together. And that's all my AP.
That is why I could not let you talk to me. Oh, damn. Rather whisper. Look at what
Cleric. A healing warrior.
Am I gonna burn you?
I don't know what I don't know if you have to do that move.
Ah.
I don't think you're gonna have enough to do that. You might do something here.
Oh, and do pretty trick. My last person didn't do that.
Now you can shoot him.
Your sword from
Okay. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Try it. Might as well see if it works.
Hey,
That's what I'm saying.
you
You
let
can test
me
it
go.
and see if it works.
I don't want
Yeah, it's gonna happen anyway, so. Try it.
The time of your death is at hand!
You didn't hurt me.
I'm pretty sure I
Their
did.
leader said something about escaping with a stone.
Stolen from this dungeon, I imagine. Those thieves were more than petty criminals. Their leader gave life to the dead. What stone could they have been so keen on taking?
We can't well turn away from such an odious show of source. Let's investigate the tomb and see what answers it might reveal.
Indeed, for all we know, these dark-dealing thieves may be involved with Councillor Jake's murder.
Apparently I had to say that. Also, I have to say, I'm starting to think that this thing that we encounter out here right at the beginning does have something to do with space.
Possible.
We're not investigating the whole undead bit enough.
Well, I think it takes time. I don't think we're just gonna answer it right away. Right off the bat. So let's see what we got. Now for here, we can unlock this before we don't have like a lock there.
But we can attack it.
Or we can speed it up. You might back it.
Or,
So you press right. You can bring out your sword. Oh. That's all.
so for those of you who have not yet tried Divinity, most chests are locked. Do not let that discourage you, because many chests are also of weak constitution, and if you attack them, they will break, and you can secure it. So treasure can be yours.
Hey,
Be persistent.
you talked to this rat. You have the pet pal.
I have the
Card.
pet pal. If
Come
you
back
do
now,
not have
rat.
a pet pal, you can elect to talk to animals, but they will just squeak or meow, or if you're a chicken, I guess, balk.
He's in the corner over here, but I'm afraid you're gonna open up the.
I'll find another mouse at you. But if you have pet pal, apparently you can have conversations with them, which I have to
There's a mine in the middle of our path.
Someone must have an interest in protecting whatever's kept here.
Way to go.
Also,
Why'd
pay
you get hurt?
attention to where the other people are, because you can and will hurt them with what's essentially friendly fire. This is not one of those games where you cannot hurt your partner. As we just saw, you can indeed hurt your partner.
Why did you get in the way?
Why don't you pay attention to what I was saying?
I was going to mention that. I didn't know how they travel Divinity. Should talk to that rat.
My head is clearly not as cool as let
This is
me.
a tough chest. Why don't both do it? Okay, what I'm saying is press right, the right stick, or the right button of the keypad. Over not your weapon, and then you can just keep pressing X with that. Yellow. I'm sitting right next to each other, I don't know why I'm
This is a bitch with a chest.
Yep, we're bad. That's bad.
This one would be tested, right? Because I'm not hitting this.
I don't actually know. I have a mace that's good durability.
I have to say whatever's in this chest.
It won't be.
That's the way to. That's the way. And we found
You can press.
nothing.
Nope. Was there really nothing?
Skull. How upsetting. Okay, then
There's
moving
just
on
a
with my
skull.
life and going this way.
I've always heard...
I come from a long line of tomb dwellers. They say the matriarch of my clan was the first to sample the mummified flesh of the last Source King.
Oh gosh, if there were lockpicks sitting over here that whole time, we'd be dead chest if I'm gonna feel real dumb.
There were lockpicks?
Yep. Apparently, I just picked them up. Where's the old blackjack
that'll be good for
one-handed
later.
weapon? It's laying here somewhere. It's not. There it is.
There you go.
Let's see if that's so what I got. What's that? Did you pick it up? No.
No, I just highlighted it for you.
So what did the rat have to say?
What's this?
Something about
I found something.
I did. Sometimes they say that, and then some say, "Oh, I did."
Less durability, but much more damage, so why not? And now you ran off.
I did. I fell through a door, and another door. Another door. Lockpick.
I don't know if the lockpicks work on doors.
That's why we call it lock.
Ah. But of course. That's a little different.
All about lockpick.
You got a burial chest and a tomb key over here.
Oh, maybe this is just the door. No, I'm called locksmith after all.
I am the locksmith. Decorative two-handed sword. And white fabric dye. Which is great, but I'm more of a one-handed sword and shield type of fella. Although, of course, right now I'm not using a sword, but
Okay, shall we go to this door?
yeah. It'll work there.
Did you pick up the mushroom last time? Is that what you think?
No, I ate the mushroom last time, and that made me sick.
I will not use it.
Oh, there's a locked door here. You know what? We could do that.
We made short work of that door, but I don't imagine our weapons would survive such use for long.
Fire resistance potion. Oh, we did from last time, yes.
So when you do first play this game, all of these things will be exposed.
Would you like a rain scroll? I picked one up earlier. Oh, wait, before you do that, I don't think you can use strength in that much.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I have strength. Oh. What more do you need to have strength to figure it out?
Oh, hey, look, I just picked up a water balloon. I don't know what a water balloon is doing in this, like, cave dungeon thing. And it does beg some questions about water balloons. Like, if you did have a water balloon and you just sort of left it somewhere with the water in a hidden place, would the water stay there forever? I mean, what would happen to it?
May the tears of the elders drench this land.
It's a hell of a water balloon.
It is, and yet it did not put out a fire.
Oh, give it a second. It's hard to see.
Hey, what if you attack the water barrel? Can you attack the water barrel? Have a break. Yes, but it does not give walkable effects.
Indeed.
Not as useful. Hey, I found a lost pick.
You found some?
Yeah, I found this the last time we had no lost pick.
Maybe we were just bad explorers last time. There's another rat.
Very high pitch. And the first time we squeaked, it kind of scared me, but let's try it.
Squeak! This is where the ancient kings and queens of Scythia were buried, back before sorcerers vanished from the land. I hear voices muttering about it now and then. Is that normal?
Then I'm talking to rats, so what do I know about that?
No, I thought this was one of those things that like we could move on top of the grate in order to stop.
I now have a fish pole. That's a two-handed weapon. Against the fish.
Maybe there's no grate here to move on top of.
I know what we need to do.
I've spotted something interesting.
Pull that lever.
Oh, look. Did we pull that lever last time? I don't feel like I paid enough attention last time. I found a fish.
Entirely possible.
This seems to be broken.
I don't want to face off. I want to face.
This seems to be broken.
Doesn't matter.
I've spotted something interesting.
Yeah, oh, that's the one that we can put. No, wait. What are you doing?
Spotted something.
That's the one that we can take this.
Put it on.
I've spotted something interesting.
Now.
Oh, there's another one that we can put on the thingy.
Oh, there is. You're right. Good eye. Oh, I think you're going for the other one. Oh, now I can't see anything. Boom.
Boom. Oh, look, a chest.
How that's
Ew.
done. Would you like a bow?
No.
send it to you.
No, I have wands. I have
Okay,
really
keep it
cool
low.
sparky wands. Sparky flameo wands. Secrets of the... Hey, look at that. We have
Blank witchcraft scroll.
recipes for skulls. A fish can't
Air
live
skill
in the
scroll.
sky. That's an intuitive observation. And a magic spell can't live on mundane paper. Enchant paper. Ooh, it's pixie dust. Suitable for the magic that will flow through you. Okie dokie. So when you pick up books, it's not enough to just pick them up. You actually do have to open them up. And once you do, you will start learning new recipes and things like that. And it'll keep popping up over and over and be really annoying for a little bit. But without those recipes, when it comes to combining things and doing things, you don't know what you're doing.
I think I hear voices downstairs.
The last thing we need is to surprise another angry summoner.
You can make all those scrolls, but all I have are these potential combinations.
Well, that's because you don't have the stuff to put them together yet.
But if I looked at my other recipes, I could make a blank one. It told me how. And that is obnoxious.
This seems to be broken.
Sure. I'll let you open that wall. And we're in a fight.
Sneak.
You know, I don't know where this is.
If you want to hang back a little bit so that way they don't run up and grab you, I'll move forward and then they can start and try to focus on me. And you can
I
just
need
hang
to be
back
in
and
a
conserve.
certain range.
And then what I'm saying is I conserve your AP now because they're going to move toward us. Instead of running right towards them.
Power stance!
Power
What's that? I think there are hidden foes ahead.
Healers,
yeah, like warrior healers.
warriors, that's why you need warriors.
Now you might be able to hit them from that range that you're at. See? You don't even have to get close. Bam.
The time of your death is at hand!
You might be just around the corner there.
No way.
You could move a little bit though if you wanted to, or you could actually use your left and right bumpers and try to select it. So, up here. There you go. That's right, yeah. Didn't even leave me with anything to do. She got that fireball. Oop. Just don't walk in the fire that you created. Or something created.
I
don't think you created it. I think you hit something.
It went away though.
It did. Ooh. It's a two-handed staff, probably.
It is, and I'm a wand girl, but
I'm sorry, did you see your bond girl?
sure, everyone who sees me thinks, man, she must be a wand girl.
This seems to be broken.
Oh, you're sorry. Go down the thing.
This seems to be broken.
I can't wait to go to the town and talk to the kitty cat.
I thought you might be excited about that.
I am. I have been reading intelligence. I always wanted to.
What do you mean wanted to?
Now.
Oh!
Now. You know, there's a lot to take here.
Hey, did you know the hammer listed?
And all the arrow shafts.
Hey, I have a question for you since you don't use it. Can you send me that hammer? Let's see if it's better than what I have. Probably not. You have a hood, by the way. I wonder if you can put that on.
But that's the same thing I used the last time. No, I don't know if it's worth the armor. I also have a rat's tail. That's gross.
You don't think it's worth the armor?
I don't know.
The hammer is not better. I haven't decided yet if I want to keep the one-handed or two-handed. Like, I have a two-handed decorative sword that does significantly more damage, but I'd have to put my shield away. So I'd be able to do it. those two, but I think so.
Putting on the wrong good stuff.
I don't know. There's something to equip there.
Oh, I remember this. You go through the big levels.
And it's saving for us.
Oh! No, highly recommended that you save off. Because if you die, there's very little recourse. And
A living rat dares disturb the slumber of the dead? A thieving fool insults the sanctity of the grave. The bloodstone defiler, where is it? In life, I toil to care for these holy grounds. In death, I protect them from profaners and poachers. The legacy of Cecile is mine to preserve. Her traitors are mine to destroy.
So the bloodstone, I know not.
I suppose you only crept among these sacred tombs for leisure. I suppose you had no lust for the treasure of the dead. Ha!
I don't know why he doesn't believe though.
Figures.
Strange indeed. Robed indeed. Your tricks will not save you from retribution, deceiver. The bloodstone, deliver it now and I may deign to end you quickly. Run if you like, defiler. Whichever way you take leads you to the grave.
I think we can take him.
I think we can too. I think we can totally take them. First thing we do.
Sharp weapon deals more damage.
I bet you.
Ooh.
That was nice. Should I take the knife?
Face the unending
Death never
darkness.
dies, fool. Death in 1,000 forms rules all.
Death is its own deliverance!
Why not? Well,
No, you just took them off. Stop this. I'm back to
Face the unending darkness.
it is nice.
Oh, apparently I did that with my electric. We have to be careful. I set things like on fire and lightning.
Yeah, you do. We'll give it a second. It'll go away.
Smart.
You're really big. Come back here. Wait, come back here. I'm trying to go back to you.
Aw.
All part of the job.
Here lies Master Rage Quinn's
Oh, you
second
have,
apprentice,
you seal over
killed by dying. Here lies Master Rage Quinn's second apprentice, killed by dying. Here lies Master Rage Quinn's first apprentice, killed by a falling corpse.
Hey, real quick.
A key.
Practice sword, I think the stone gate key. Stuff for orders from before. I don't think I have anything else. I thought there was some kind of cloth equipment that we picked up.
You picked up cloth bracers.
Is that what it was?
Indeed. I have a sarong on. That's fun.
I have a sarong on too. A Source Hunter sarong.
That's weird. You don't look like you're wearing a sarong.
Oh, here you go. Old cloth bracers are basically the same as the traveling bracers, except that they have better durability. Let's use this. I remember, don't look too far down the river, because then you gotta talk to those guys in the morning last time. Straight up rotate your map. That's where we fought those guys and then went to that.
Anyone who's watching this will quickly learn that I have almost no sense of direction. In video games, I'm a bit better in real life. Hey.
Chill, just hanging out. Huh? That was a great one, by the way. And I grabbed some stuff. That's what I was looking for. I know it was around here last time.
Am I right on my map?
On your mini-map?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I found the shell!
Look! Look! A wanderer comes my way, walking the sands upon which this poor shell must suffer. Call me Ishmael, son of the sea, an outcast upon these wretched shores. An exiled shell, doomed to live under a canopy of arid sky, not his native, tender water. Of course I can talk, don't be silly. There's more tongue to me than heart. Indeed, the surprise should be mine, for I still remember the days when your kind swung from branches and plucked the vermin out of their neighbor's fur. Time is an indulgent mistress to one who spends happy hours as she passes. But when your existence is one of misery, she becomes a lethargic hobby. Oh, I remember ancient times, for I have lain here since antiquity, when the ruins around us were palaces, and the sun-bleached dead merry children. All this I have seen, alive, alone, alas.
Very dramatic shell.
My fate is a cruel one, I assure you. How many snot-noses have held me up against their dirty little ears, only to claim they can hear the ocean? Of course they can hear her, the brats. We are on the very edge of the great aquatic mother, whose embrace I so desperately long for. Yes, yes, I, King of Pearls, ache to repose anew on his coral throne. Hurl me toward the water. Swing me as far as your arm's strength gives lease, and treasure long sunk I will grant thee. What do you say, kind knight? Will you return the King of Pearls to the sea, so he may yield you long-lost treasure?
Ah, let's see. I think, I won't say what it is, I'm not going to take him and try to sell him.
Liberator, kind benefactor, bless me the might of your sea-bound witch.
Part of me wants to.
And there he goes.
The sea, I have returned, where every wave feels like a mermaid's kiss. May the bounty of the deep be yours, along with my eternal gratitude.
Water resistance plus 9 HP. And my intention is for me to take most of the damage for skills, got the strength, got the
I can fight for
Come, let's have another drink while he's still.
Hold it right there, orc scum! No one slips past the Legion unchallenged.
challenge accepted. Ooh, pick up that.
Calm down, Junius. Doesn't look like one of them orcs to me. Not a single horn in sight, you know.
Just hold your tongue with you, Bibius. Can't be too careful. We are sworn to protect Scythiel. We're legionnaires, of course. On the lookout for orcs, for they've been attacking from the sea. God knows why they do it, but we stand firm. We of the Legion, liberators of Rivalon.
Liberators of liquor too, aren't we, old chum?
Shh! Just Pipe down, will you, Bibius?
Ever cat the watch? Stood on the lookout for hours on end, bored stiff. Boredom's a demon buddy, and booze is the demon hunter. There. I do declare it's time for this hunter to take another shot. Huzzah!
Aye, a noble word for watchdog, that. For that is what we do. Watch over the local dogs that ever so often aim for one another's throat, and separate them to keep the peace. Separate by the sword, that is.
That's true.
Best way to calm a wily dog is to neuter it. Ha! Spay for pay. Legion's motto.
Just put a sock in it, will you, Bibius?
What do you want to know? So, it's Jake you're looking for. Ship sailed on that one, I'm afraid. Fellow's dead.
Hey,
Murdered.
I told them last time I couldn't ask their opinion on
Can't tell you much more, except that I heard he was found face down in a puddle of blood, being used as a water fountain by his own pet mongrel.
Ladies and gentlemen, abusers, I've learned one lesson. Do not kill people too soon in this game. Because if you do, then they cannot give you...
They say 'twas his wife that did it, and I'd bet a bottle of brandy they're right. A devilish flirt, that one.
As if that proves anything. Just keep your trap shut, will you, Bibius? Bunch of barbaric bastards, a lot of them. They'll kill your spouse and eat your children. We've been putting up a fight against them, to be sure, but they have the strength of an ox in every single one of their fingers. Takes an army to dress down a dozen.
Well, we did bring a legion.
Just bite your lip, will you, Bibius?
Soyseal, yes. Where fishermen come to live and street dogs come to die. Now, which of the two would you be, then?
Just cut the cackle, will you, Bibius? Now then, stranger, if it's the city of Soyseal you're looking for, you're heading in the right direction. Even not that I could blame them. This place is cursed, I tell you. First the dead...
So, you're sorcerers, are you? And how are we supposed to verify that's true? We can't read, my friend. So for all we know, those papers say you're a polymorph parrot on the lookout for a two-bedroom birdcage. They don't prove a thing.
You know what? We'll take you two to the wizard. I know he reads. He has books large as a house, that one. Yeah, he'll squeeze the...
We'll see what it does. Who can read? They would know the word point.
That's a good point. So the last time we did this, I told them I did not need a drunk escort, and when you disagree like that, it's not like you can just say that and then walk away. No, they will want to fight you, and you will kill them because they're drunk legionnaires. And then you'll feel bad about it for hours to come.
The wizard, you say? Sounds good to me. Lead the way.
Agreed. A wizard is bound to know more about what is going on around here.
Last time we did not agree.
Come along. We're not far from the city.
So really quick,
Like how to wash your underthings.
not do that enough enough. I want to pick up that book really quick.
Oh, good. Recipes.
A few options here. Oh, is this guy coming with me? I guess I didn't realize.
What in the hell's is happening down there?
Right, but are these guys coming with us?
Bloody orcs!
Apparently, they're not very...
Let's go back
like
to
just
the
following me
bridge.
around.
The source hunters had their big roots.
You already opened the wooden crates? No. How about a wooden water staff? Huh?
Yeah, I found it.
Did you really?
Yep. Yep.
Wow, we got a ton of new recipes.
Yeah.
From that.
Oh, I'm
Totally
glad to
getting
have
off
the
my list.
recipes. Oh, so I'm
shoot shoot the fire barrel behind him. Can you? What's going on? There we go. Now you have the thing. Now can you shoot the fire barrel behind him? Now just try to. Yeah. Shoot it. Oh, you don't have enough AP. Okay, you just shoot the dude then. Yeah. There's a fire Hercules there. You shoot the fire barrel.
A sharp weapon deals more damage. Demon's breath, I've been paralyzed.
Oh, I got stuck. I got shocked by your shotgun. It stopped me in my track. Stuck me. Think you're better than me?
Eternal silence awaits you.
I know. Well, I'm not the. He's just at the outside, like he's far in the range. So I don't think he can hit him. I think he's just outside. Oh, that Legionnaire went down. Like fun. Apparently, I don't. You're gonna have to move a little bit if you want to attack him. No, I guess not. Look at that. He's right at the edge. You don't have enough left to go. That's what we want him to do. Or, do anything. But I apparently still cannot move. Yeah, you're gonna have to move. Just, hey, don't run into your lightning and get stunned. Exactly where it was. Oh, I get a turn to move? Oh, how interesting. You're right up to business.
You know what? What's all that you keep
Oh, is that what I should do?
I need another chance.
Whoa, that was awful.
Power stance!
Oh, so close. Yeah, we're...
7 have Have mercy on your soul. Those orcs had a human commander. How
Who was
very
that joker leading those
curious.
orcs?
And
Damn
disquieting.
Where are Bibius and Junius? Didn't they hear the fight?
Our ship's ablaze in the harbor. We need help. Fast!
I've been looking at stuff and I found a chest.
Killed the guy?
I did. You did.
One day, comrade.
But I found
vengeance will be ours.
You have a robe? You think you should check out? And see if it's better?
It is like bringing a water to a hen house.
Nonsense. Listen. She's purring.
Not examine, not search, just open. That is.
See, my robe is the first one for initiative. And this one gives me better armor, but we'll try it out.
Filthy beasts! I'll kill the last one of you! I like you much better, your guts.
Bringing a little orcish girlfriend here is like bringing a wolf to a hen house. What fool would trust a two-bit love potion out of a back-page circular from youthful Gorn?
What's all this ruckus? Sounded worse than a dozen tomcats fighting over the world's last mackerel. Ah, but I see we've suffered another orc landing. And judging by the relative ease with which it was dispatched, I can only come to one conclusion. Source hunters have arrived in Sicil. You're as welcome as a glass of cooled milk on a hot day, my friend. I'm Ahu, at your service. It was I who requested your presence in this troubled city. So you were, and so you weren't. Behold, there we are. Meet my other half, Hunter. Ha ha! No need to look so flabbergasted. I may be a wizard rife with tricks and guile, but I assure you my plea is an earnest one. So, now that the cat is out of the bag, let us turn to the matter of Councillor Jake's murder. It's hard to put my finger on it, but I can feel in my very whiskers that sorcery was at play. Visit the scene of the crime, and I'd bet sardines for salad you'll say the same. Captain Aureus, though, the local commander of the Legion, insists I'm seeing ghosts. I insist he's blind to all but the undead. So there are, or rather, there is. Popular opinion has it his wife did the deed, but to be frank, I have my doubts. She seems a likely candidate, to be sure, but that would make her a sorceress. Esmeralda knows how to charm, yes, but I just don't see her magic extend beyond a frolicsome look and wink. Still, don't simply take my word for it, Hunter. It may be well worth your while to cross-examine her yourself. The Legion has her under guard in her shop near the town square. That's where you'll find poor Jake's widow. Jake was murdered in a downstairs room of the King Crab Inn, up in Sicil proper. The Legion keeps it under lock and key, though, so you'll need Aureus's permission should you want to have a peek.
Gaze instead upon my fair, fanged.
Ah, the undead. They've been clawing their way out of the ground for 2 years now. And for 2 years, the stalemate between them and the living has been dragging on at a weary pace indeed.
A quick note of advice. The first time we played this, we were struggling to solve this mystery that just...
One day,
Avert your
Moira.
gauge,
One
and
day
I'll
you'll
handle
show
this
'em all.
threat for all our shakes.
She wouldn't hurt a fly, and I won't let you hurt a horn on her
we
head.
read online when we looked up what exactly we were missing. The advice that we read was to make sure you're asking about the undead. If you do that the first time around, you won't have to go around all the characters a second or third or fourth time to ask about the undead. So, assuming this is going to help
Bringing
us
your
out, I
little
recommend
orcish
that you
girlfriend here is like bringing a wolf to a hen
ask about
house.
the undead as well, because
Nonsense.
apparently the two are
Listen.
linked.
She's
I guess
purring,
spoiler alert,
darling.
in case you didn't
What
know that.
fool would trust a two-bit love
The
potion?
Legion did a good job keeping them at bay, but I think it's fair to say that without my magic-infused ballistae, they'd have gotten the better of us by... Someone is responsible for the outbreak. Necromancers are at work, but who are they and where do they hide? Alas, that searching for them is like searching for a single louse in a lion's mane. A human, you say? Truly? But that would be like a kitten leading a wolf pack. And yet, I have heard rumors about a sect of sorts. A shadowy set of worshippers that associate even with orcs. Some say they're sorcerers, but people will say that about any... I don't quite know what to make of this news, but thank you for informing me. It'd be foolish to dismiss such a curious event out of hand. Unfortunately, that is absolutely correct. The Orc siege is yet another hairball stuck in this city's already choking throat, and it shows no signs of abating. We've cordoned off the western beach where most Orc activity has been reported. For the 9 lives of me, I can't seem to figure what they're doing here. There's nothing of interest along the waterfront, except for a set of caves with an unfavorable reputation. I'm glad we've met, Source Hunter, and I'm certain we have a lot more to talk about. Feel free to visit me whenever you want. I've set up a workshop in the Legion's headquarters. Once you're there, just take the stairs, but do pay a visit to Aureus first. He may bark like a beagle with its tail stuck in the door, but you won't get very far in your investigation without speaking to the de facto leader of Sicil. And with that, I bid you adieu, Hunter. Adieu and good luck. May your enemies prove to be mere mice, and you the dauntless mouser.
Sex, undead, orcs. Looks like we have our work cut out for us.
At least we won't be bored. How about we go see that Aureus chap, Archmage?
We need more help, or she's lost!
Are these the biggest buckets we've got? The ship's blazing even higher.
Oh, hail the rain spirit. That was a fine display of magicianship it was. Or who knew what he was doing, bringing in a source hunter, didn't he?
How about that burning ship?
I thought the old gal's fate was sealed when the orc shaman set his fiery gaze on her sails. But you managed to rescue her from a watery grave. Closest thing to a miracle I've ever seen.
You know, I do think
Oh, hail the rain.
Red Dove. Let's see if I can find these
Really? The greatest warriors in Rivellon can't cross a road.
I said myself, if I don't start earning an extra gold piece an hour, I'll walk out that door.
Good on you. These boss men respect confidence, you know. So what did he say?
My guy was like, really, the greatest warriors in Rivellon can't cross a road.
You can come over.
I can't even smell the sea air over this rock.
If you want people to like you less, because
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid...
A home, a livelihood, all sunk in a matter of minutes while we could do nothing but look on. Well, we were merchants what seems like a moment ago. With our ship sunk, we're little more than 3 men with nothing more to say than boo. These damn orcs. They can't keep off this place for the life of them. They came in here slinging fireballs and swinging swords. Wasn't a thing we could do to defend ourselves. With our ship gone, nothing for it but to get a job. Slim pickings around here, that's for sure. Maybe you can keep an eye out, though. That was a right stunning show of magic you pulled, it was. Wish you'd have been around when our own barge went down in flames.
Curse the god. Have you found us a job yet? We'll take anything. Really? Well, you never know when something might turn up. Keep an eye out. Well, we were merchants what seems like a moment ago.
Have you found us a job yet? We'll take anything, really.
To my loving nature.
Yeah, zombies, skeletons. Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for the joyride?
I give milk. I give wool. And what do I get in return? One way or another, they always try to fleece me. Especially that Evelyn. She's out to get me. I know it. Meh.
that doesn't seem like a thing, but later on it'll make sense.
Who knows if it's even over for sure? Don't forget the time.
Sauce? Here, in Sicil? Of all that...
And don't forget the time you got caught passing around notes to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sailed for you?
Moo! Don't disturb Master Theliron now. He's been so busy with his research.
Ahoy, sailor! Are you enjoying the fresh winds of Sicily? Name's Conrad. Cargo trader, sea captain, an expert in all things nautical. Folks across Andervale know to give old Conrad a holler when it comes to... Those orcs must be out of their barbarous minds launching an attack on a city where a great wizard resides. Though I'll tell you, the only time I'd consider waging a suicide campaign like that.
That loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an orc within 500 yards of my loving nature.
Because his basement has all of that, like, if you choose to move that carpet, you'll find some interesting things.
Size seal, shiver me timbers and sliver me heels.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. No, I stole something. Shouldn't have been stolen it. A hammer. I dropped the hammer.
Ooh!
Which is weird because I opened away from it.
Unbelievable! You watched your brethren be slaughtered while you twiddled your thumbs?
I don't know why I didn't do it
come
away
on,
from the, I guess I could try to use that waypoint. So hooking it back.
You there! You don't look like someone who's ever been serenaded by a severed head. Step right up!
Anybody?
Oh, by the way, I
Neither of
think
you cares to
smacking
bleed for his very
crap
existence.
like other people is not allowed.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks.
I'm gonna go with one of our companions.
Sorry,
I
sir.
got two of them. I forgot them because I think that you have there's the guy there's the chick of the King's Crown, and then there's the dude.
What's the status, soldier? Excellent! Let's keep it that way.
Day, sir.
Say, no one's around. You wouldn't raise a fuss if I,
Borrow, indeed. I'll sooner meet a cat wizard than see that merchant repaid.
Come now! I'll be good for it, I swear! I never would have dreamt of resorting to petty theft during better times, but what choice have I got now? If it's steal or starve, I'll choose steal. So what do you think? Should I snag a fish? I suppose you've got a point. Another day, another rumbling belly. Fed a hungry man, you know.
You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her up.
Ice blue eyes, narrow beneath a heavy brow streaked with sweat and dust.
Her brow knits together, but something in her pose relaxes. She clears her throat.
I am Bear Daughter. I have not come here to find trouble with the Screech woman. She only startled me. And you are a source hunter. I have heard this woman here, the one who now plots her revenge. She crept behind me while I was hunting, but soon their swords were upon me, and they forced me into...
Of course!
Hey, who's that then?
Easy, Tull. That's the...
She may have the look of a woman if you squint hard enough. We got reports of a strange-looking outsider. I tapped her on the shoulder to see what was what.
Bit Tull you right in the face.
Enjoy it while you can, Ver. Doesn't...
Well, that's to be decided. She doesn't seem to be sick, this... Well, that's a relief, ain't it?
Heed me, Source Hunter. She's not good for anything more than cannon fodder.
Back, demon! Back, Corral! Well, what's this? Oh, Medora, you lummox. 1,000 pardons, comrade. This old bear's edgier than a dodecahedron these days. I'll tell you, it sure does me good to set eyes on another of our order. From Academy West, aren't you? Give Captain Wartruce my regards next time you see him. You wouldn't. I trained up in Academy North, after all. We don't cross paths with you Westers all that often, but it's always a pleasure when we do.
Alistair, surely you've met your match once or twice.
Because if you accidentally select
The
something
closest
to
I've
steal
got
it,
to my
it's
match is when I linger over
they
long,
will
long
get
lighting
one
my
at you and
pipe.
tell you to put it back, or they will
Careful now. Your head's growing more swollen than saffrons, I dare say.
I'm gonna talk about
You say you will take me under your wing, but I see no feathers. Are you a child of the birds, as I am of the bears? In truth, this is a relief. Your world is made with rules I have not yet memorized. I am happy to have a friend in such a place. And so the lonely babe was fed upon the wise godwolf Amira. Raised. Ask freely, my friend.
What they want in Hunter's Edge, I can't say, but it's my responsibility to send them packing. Preferably with their horns in their suitcases and a knee-knocking fear of ever crossing paths with a sauce. I came south seeking the Legion's help, only to find it tied. Well, comrade, I hadn't thought of it till you tapped my shoulder just now. But perhaps that's where you come in. I need a contingent I can trust if I'm to take back the town. And the way I see it, you could use reinforcements here in town. I've been scouting Cecile for some time now, and I believe well, you know the old expression. 2's a tea party, 3's an invasion. I know this place. That's the spirit. Listen closely now. Do you hear it? Challenging the fabled wizard of...
I watched countless of my loved ones die, rotted from the inside. The next morning, Jarrett did not emerge from his room. I left him be, but after 3 days I grew anxious. He was kidnapped, and all his research was taken with him. The only clue I found was a letter among the scraps. I could not make out all the words, but I recognized the threat. Death, coming for you. And the signature? Attenborough. I do not know the one called Attenborough, but I know that if I am to find Jarrett, I must start there. Whoever this...
Give those sailors a job.
What have we here, then? A so-called source hunter, eh? Well, look, do what you must in Sicil, but don't make waves and don't interfere with the Legion's affairs. You gods above! Some politician snuffs it and everyone's in an uproar. Nevertheless, I want to be kept in the loop. Understand? I am in command of this town, not Mayor Cecil, not the scene of the crime is over at the King Crab Inn. You can tell Esmeralda is Jake's wife. Well, widow. Everyone in town down to the... What? You're going to stand there and claim with a straight face your order never wrongly tortured and executed? If you must. Bravo! Figured that one out, did you? I haven't been stuck here for 2 years because we're being besieged by fluffy kittens, you know. Yes, and he also spends most of his time in the guise of a cat, licking God's knows which body parts. Sex. Sorcery.
Is that why we never sail to Ythel Gore anymore?
Have you found us a job yet? We'll take any... The Fabulous Five, eh? That sounds like just the right opportunity for 3 brawny buccaneers like us. We'll go right away, thanks.
About the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for the joyride.
No, it ain't. We drove it straight to the Babel Bank. Again.
So you talked to what's his name. Are you going to the inn now? Maybe you should talk to the wizard first. Or no. I don't know. Because it says you have to talk to what's his name.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks.
Which of you is more deserving of light?
Sheep's
Come,
cheese?
make your
Tomatoes?
I have no idea.
So, which of you is more deserving of life? Come, make your case.
But if one were to reduce the quantity of Oh, that's bad. No matter, no matter. Even if it couldn't... Certainly, what would you like to know? I've applied myself to that problem for 2 years and still haven't come a step closer. I declare it an act of the Almighty's, if I believed it. The Councillor, terrible loss that. Though we were hardly more than acquaintances, from what I can tell, it seems to be a simple case of jealousy too.
Come, make your case.
Captain Jack's the name.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
What do you have? I got white cheese, blue cheese, old cheese, new cheese.
Tomatoes?
Fresh haddock. Perfect
Greetings, Source Hunter. Not exactly the friendliest look.
Right. I'm true.
Join the Stud Club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes.
Lonesome. Spiritless. Perhaps wrestling an earth elemental will inject some vim into your routine.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
I don't know what's going on. Oh, did I just die? It looked like I just died.
You
I
got
just went flipping, flipping, flipping.
No, we're going to the end of time.
Oh, great.
I'll say we went through a bunch of this, and
Because if you're watching this for the story, you might not have stuff here.
What? What happened? Is this a dream?
I don't think so. That stone. Somehow it sent us flying into the stars.
Terrible! 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 By the quill that Oh, yes, 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 proper. As for how you got here on such a tiny and... at last a question I can... Time ought not... Show, don't tell. I always...
think that imp may be quite mad.
Then we'd better appease him and have a look through the looking lens.
And here we see the end. Here. Mostly, I just see a... like from How to Train Your Dragon.
You looked. You saw. Terrifying, isn't... What's this? The portal. It's... The portal has become active. The portal! It's quite sprung to life, just like the long dormant... You, dear stranger, you must be the key. Those torches, a light! This portal active. Goodness me, how right you are. There's so much to take in, I'd nearly forgotten. It is the void itself. The dragon that is devouring creation. I can't say for sure where it came from, how or why, but I do... though I cannot say for certain. If it is what I believe, then our prayers... In fact, every last question that ever plagued your noggin might well be answered. For I believe what lies beyond this portal is nothing other than... But why spoil the mystery? As soon as we leap through, we'll... It's not that I believe, it's that I have seen. Long have I been waiting here, hoping that one day this very portal would... Then, no longer than a few mere moments after you arrive... After you... You first, but don't dilly-dally.
Yep.
Yes, just as I hoped. There she is. There it is. Come.
The wild ride continues. It seems the imp has spotted exactly who and what he'd hoped to find here.
No.
Could it be?
Indeed, Sir Imp.
Astounding! Unbelievable!
You have brought guests,
My reaction exactly,
This is a question better put to our guests themselves. Tell us, if any other being in Rivellon asked me about the detail, but you are different. Of you, so please, do tell me. A stone. So. It was not like this, no. What happened? Never had I experienced some, but yours has. You appeared before me from...
But, Madam Weaver, how is it possible?
Like the stones, your guests are source hunters. It would seem that yourselves and Starstone is not what it seems, source hunter. Do you see what violence my work has...
Mysteries of all time.
It would appear that Starstone transforms at your touch.
I see.
Yes. Though I cannot explain why this star... If we do not restore time, if we do not... Indeed you must. Though I may not yet understand...
Why, of course, that's what...
Without these stones, Hunter, there will be...
That shall never be, milady. As sure as Zix, please, our most mysterious... So, what do you think, Source Hunter?
Not but a moment ago we were hunting Source in Rivellon, and now we're being told that we alone can prevent the end of time by way of some magical stones.
We can't deny our reaction to Starstone. There must be something to all of this, mad as it may seem.
No matter how improbable, anything is possible. If the Weaver tells the truth, we have some serious work.
The glint in your gaze? No, with you searching out Starstone, but you'll need a way to travel between Rivellon and this homestead, won't you? Luckily, the power of portals is known to you. Off you go, then. You've Starstone to find, and I've a tapestry to examine. Surely there must be some...
Cross my heart, hope to fade in the void,
Like the imp said to the ballista operator, shoot! Before you go, so I hope he'll be able to help you as much.
How welcome you are upon this realm, our most honored guest. I hope you begin to find this place more familiar than it may.
Alright, in the meantime, we're going to stop here.
I wonder, do you know more about the void? What it is? What lies at the heart of it?
What lies at its heart?
Later. Another time. So, in the meantime, thanks for watching. Let's play Divinity. And make sure if you videos you like and subscribe to the channel.
The finality of tick-tocking time.